Wholeness and balanced vibrations. Today, I'd like to talk about the difference between giving and taking, and offering and receiving, and how this is affected from the fullness of the heart or the lack consciousness of the egoic structure of the mind. And I was thinking about relationships. The exchange of energies in mutual harmony and balance in our relationships comes from a place of inner fullness, without the neediness to give, and instead one can simply offer from a transparent clarity of spaciousness and completion within. One then comes from a place of unconditional offering, in perfect purity of intention, rather than a conditional giving of desire. And this slight change in this energetic frequency makes a difference to whether the other person chooses to receive or to take as an equal and opposite balancing response or reaction. Often when one gives, one is dependent on someone else to take, rather than being liberated in a simple offering, just like the sun that simply shines its light and allows others to receive. Offering and receiving both carry a wholeness and a balance of energies and vibration, compared to giving and taking, which still carry an imbalance of attachment. In offering to the other, there is a freedom and a naturalness of sharing harmony, where there is no undue pressure on the other to receive, as you are simply allowing them to choose within their own freedom. This creates a mutual dance of you living and allowing and letting the other live. Each person has a uniqueness about them, and when we can offer our own uniqueness, we are simply also allowing ourselves to receive the uniqueness of others, and vice versa. And this simple dance of life becomes a beautiful harmonic symphony. And in this there are no expectations or attachments or conditions. In offering, you simply are. As they say, you don't love, but simply be love. You don't think about shining, but you simply shine from that centered space within, from an inner fullness as your joy. Entering each encounter from the vibrations of joy and fullness means that we are less needy in our encounters with others. The frequency of joy also carries a higher vibrational wavelength than love itself. The frequency of giving, however, carries an energetic frequency of molecular attachment and conditions, leading to expectations of needing to be acknowledged, approved, and this is slightly off balance. Our soul carries all the seeds of purity as joy, as our sacred divinity within. And we have a choice to water these seeds every morning on awakening, as simply our qualities that are based in love, truth, tranquility, to align ourselves. By simply spending a few moments each morning in silence with self, connecting to self, with simple breath work and sun gazing, we nurture these seed qualities within, creating a blanket of a firm foundation through our inner fullness and soul qualities and self-love, so that we can begin the day. And so whatever we choose to offer others is heart-based energy, as we simply choose to offer, rather than coming into their space, giving, and removing any mind-based ego attachment to this. This freedom of offering is deliciously liberating, and it has a deeper soulful quality to it, as it is secure, and it has a neutral energy to it. It also opens us up to receive what others want to share, rather than take from them, as not only are we in a place of balance and coordination within our own energy, but we are simply like nature in presence. We can then offer and receive as we choose with fullness of the heart. And in this space, there is no lack consciousness. Coming from the fullness of our pure light of soul consciousness allows us to balance what we receive from others, rather than what we take from them, and only allow what enters our own energy field, in maintaining self-respect and dignity. This harmonious dance of life maintains what we choose to perceive through the filters of our senses, as a deeper self-love of presence, awareness, as it is only the ego that causes suffering or hurt, as all is self reflecting back what we choose to perceive and allow to enter our energetic fields or our morphogenetic fields. After all, you only receive or get what you tolerate, and so choosing what we see, what we feel, what we hear, what we say, what we do, what we think, what we speak, is simply from a place of our own awareness, holding accountability as our self-esteem. Awareness is the key to allow what we choose to enter. Spiritual fullness is offering and receiving. Spiritual emptiness is giving with expectation and taking with the same energy. In liberation, we know we have a choice in awareness when we are awake, paying attention. This allows us to view situations from a different, expanded perspective of being in the penthouse flat and having a broader view, rather than the restricted view coming from a ground floor flat. We always have a choice of how we choose to offer from our heart in fullness, and not give from lack, And we have a choice of how to receive in harmony, so as not to take from emptiness of any self-love based on full ego structure. Know that you are whole and complete as your soul self, as this is your birthright, taking you into your ownership of your self-mastery. You are the source, so why not communicate through your source as your source in all that you do, all that you say, and all that you think. Each moment is a choice. Am I choosing fullness from my heart, or emptiness? The treasures of our soul are all within. And what a beautiful place it is to share these gems in a natural sense of sharing, in a clear-cut clarity of embodiment, embodying the excitement of joy, of freedom, of awareness, all based from the foundation of love, as it is love that is our greatest power and our only power, that has always remained with us and will always remain with us. Wholeness and balanced vibrations.